I'm sure these last 6 months have been overwhelming to you just because you had Eyes of Tammy Faye and Spider-Man No Way Home and Tick Tick Boom, which were all filmed, at different times, but they all came out around the same time. I'm sure you were like, oh my god, make it stop. We all enjoyed it, but for you it might have been different. We've already touched on the first two a little bit tonight, so I want to move into a conversation about Tick Tick Boom, but before we do, it's going to be really cool to see the Y number on this screen. So let's take a look.
When I was 9, Michael and I entered a talent show down at the Y. 9 a.m. went to rehearse by some stairs. Mike couldn't sing. I said, no one cares. We sang Yellow Bird and let's go fly a kite over and over and over till we got it right. When we emerged from the YMCA, 3 o'clock sun had made the grass hay. I thought, hey, what a way to spend the day. Hey, what a way to spend the day. I make a vow right here and now. I'm gonna spend my time this way. When I was 16, Michael and I got parts in West Side at White Plains High. 3 o'clock went to rehearse in the gym. Mike played Doc, who did not sing. Fine with him, we sang Got a Rocket in your pocket, and the Jets are gonna have their day tonight. Over and over and over till we got it right. When we emerged, wiped out by that play, 9 o'clock stars and moonlit the way. I thought, hey, what a way to spend a day. Hey, what a way to spend a day. I made a vow. I wonder now, am I cut out to spend my time this way? I'm 29. Michael and I live on the west side of Soho and NY. 9 o'clock, I write a lyric or two. Mike sings his song on Mad Avenue. I sing, come to your senses. Defenses are not the way to go. Oh, over and over and over and over and over and over and over till I get it right. When I emerge from B minor or A, 5 o'clock diner calls. I'm on my way. I think, hey, what a way to spend a day. Hey, what a way to spend spend a day. I make a vow right here and now. I'm gonna spend my time this way. I'm gonna spend my time this way.
First of all, watching that makes you understand why Myron and Andrew, the two editors of this movie, got an Oscar nomination, because the editing is spectacular. But when I'm watching that and looking at the different camera angles, close-ups, further away shots, this was obviously an overnight, maybe it was more than one overnight, I don't know, it was one. But how do you summon that emotion for as many takes and as many angles and as many shots as it required?
I cry watching that, because it's not because of what I'm doing, but because it's I'm singing for my mother in it, and just so grateful that I got to do that, and I got to share that with the people who watch the film. And it's a bit much, because that is just that's the loss. That's loss. That's the biggest loss I've ever experienced in my life, and trying to deal with it and trying to understand how to move through it and move on with it. And the kind of process that Jonathan is going through in that scene is that process, is how do I meet this loss of my friend? How do I meet this loss of my best friend and so many people around me? And how do I go on doing the thing that I think I'm supposed to do, which is write music? Is that enough? Is that enough? It's short and it's sacred, this life, and we're here and then we're not. And how do we know what we're supposed to be doing? And am I cut out for it? And what's the way I want to spend my time? And I think in that moment, Jonathan gets the message from Robin's character, Michael, and I love that Lynn and the editors put that cut of grown-up Robin, grown-up Michael, and grown-up John in the workshop, with Michael responding to the Superbia workshop and then looking at his friend, and then John receiving that look and going, okay, I'm going to keep doing it, because it's not just for me, it's for my community, it's for you that I love. And I think that is the connective piece in that song that Jonathan gets to, where he's like, I can justify doing it if it means that I'm advocating for something bigger than just me, that I'm advocating for life, that I'm advocating for dignity, and I'm advocating for the sacredness of all of us, and especially people who are not treated as sacred by the world and by the culture. And that's who Jonathan was surrounded by. And so for me, it was a message in a bottle from my mum, for Jonathan, for Jonathan's community, a lot of whom were lost during the AIDS epidemic. It was this kind of container of grief and of longing for more life, as Prior Walter would say in Angels in America. It was Prior Walter, it was for Tony Kushner, it was... So accessing that was, I still have it here, it's alive in me, and it's what makes life worth living. The awareness that we're only here for a moment and that we're going to lose everyone that we love means that we better be here fully. And I think that is where Jonathan realizes, that's where he gets to in that song. So We got it on the second take of the close-up. Like, it was fine after the second take of the close-up. The second take, so just to be technical for a second so I don't keep crying, I asked Lynn and Alice, our amazing cinematographer, and Mike Fuchs, our great camera operator, to start on tight on me, whatever their master kind of tight performance shot would be, because I know that crazy stuff happens in the first few takes and it's magic. Usually when someone just shows, the first take is usually magic and then the second take is usually magic. And I knew I wanted to sing it live as well. I knew I wanted to make sure that we got it live because it was going to be broken and it was going to be raw and it was going to be rough and it was going to be found. It's a spontaneous song, you know, it's not written. He's just making it up as he, so I had to sing it live. And that was week 1 of shooting. And I hated Lynn so much. I saw it on the schedule and I was like, what's this? And he was like, buddy, it's great. You're going to get it under your belt and you're going to move, and then you're going to, the rest is going to be a cakewalk. And I was like, no, motherfucker, what is this? I was like, what's the real reason? Don't bullshit a bullshitter. And he paused and he kind of looked me in the eye and he was like, okay, I think I'm now understanding who Andrew is. I can't just kind of placate. And he's like, well, we're going to lose the location unless we shoot it the first week. And I was like, thank you, fuck you. I have to go and prepare. And anyway, but the two things were true. It was, we were going to lose the location, but also the first reason was also true in the sense that like it did feel like this mountain. And Julie Larson was there that night, John's sister, our producer, and there was a kind of whenever Julie was with us, there was I don't want to cry again, man. But there was another spiritual dimension that was added to the set. And even when she wasn't with us, we summoned her, we called her in, kind of thing. So yeah, take 2, I kind of came to after the take in that great way that you rarely get as an actor, where you kind of wake up out of a scene or a moment, you go, oh, I think something just happened, I wasn't aware of it. I was very, very locked in. And Lynn kind of came out and he was like, you know, wiping away whatever. And that was obviously a good sign. And Alice was like, I mean, that's it. And like the sound mixer was like, Tom was like, we got it. And I'm like, when does a sound mixer do? Like, it's like, you don't, that's it. And it was cool. It was one of those great moments on the set. And I'm hesitant. I usually would be hesitant to kind of say, oh yeah, we nailed it. But actually, it transcended nailing a scene. It was like, I got to commune with my mom. I got to commune with John. And they filmed it. And I forgot they were filming it. And I got to just offer her to the world in a way. Offer where she lives in my heart in that scene. And then the rest was a lot easier. Yeah, and it's beautiful to have that opportunity. Thank you for hearing me.